So, just when we thought graphic card shortages couldn't get any worse, it got worse. It got really worse. It got worse to a point where we could find no cards anywhere. I mean, the current graphic card scenario can be best described as a room with like 7 black guys and a Mia Khalifa. That is how fucked it is.
Take it.
So what did Nvidia do about this? So Nvidia said, hey, we have a solution. We've come up with this new gaming graphics card, and they said, hey, we've reduced the mining efficiency to 50%, and we've kept the gaming potential all the way up. And so for that, they bought in the and so they brought in the RTX 3060. And yes, we are freaking proud to launch this card first time in the entire state. We have it right here, guys. We have you locked up. So we're super proud to launch this card in Kerala. So we got the RTX 3060. That's 12 gigabytes of DDR6 memory, 50% mining limiter, and this card is supposed to kick a lot of ass. So we're gonna unbox this card. We're gonna see how good this in games. We're gonna benchmark this, and you will see all this live and exclusive right here on Grigs Official. Alright guys, a quick update. We wanted this video out by like 7:30 Indian Standard Time because 6:30 was the official time given for the launch of the card. 6:30 PM was given to us as the official launch time for this card worldwide, so we wanted the video to go up, and then BAM! We couldn't find drivers. For the love of God, we couldn't find drivers anywhere. We checked the NVIDIA's official website, nope. Beta drivers, nope. We legit couldn't find drivers anywhere, and we were like, holy fuck, this video is screwed. We can't benchmark without drivers, and even to be fair, even beta drivers couldn't give you accurate benchmark results, and we couldn't even find those. So we had no drivers, we had no beta drivers, and we were like, holy fuck, this video is doomed. Then it was like 7:40 and this happened.
Kittika, സാധനം kittika. ഒന്ന് പിടിച്ചേ.
And then we were like, oh my god, we're back. We got the drivers, we can finally benchmark this card. And so we put the drivers in, we benchmarked the card. So let's head right to the benchmark. Let's see how the card performs in games. Let's see how good the temperatures are, and let's see how not good this card is in mining, I hope. And let's get right back to the video.
And now the RTX 3080 performs reasonably well on Cyberpunk 2077, where we get a pretty good 65 FPS in ultra settings. Everything's cranked up all the way, but when we go RTX on at RTX Ultra, then things drop a bit. Things go up to around 30 FPS, sometimes dips a bit lower than that. And now talking about Valorant, a very popular esports title, this game absolutely flies with this card. We get a very solid 170 FPS, at times even more in Valorant, and it's super smooth. The gameplay is as smooth as butter, no problem to share with Valorant, though my gameplay skills suck.
Fuck me, man.
And moving on to our next title, we got NFS Heat, another pretty demanding title. This game has great visuals, takes a lot of visual fidelity effects and all that coming in, and this game again performs pretty decently. Under 2K settings, you get a solid 96 FPS. So that's a pretty good frame rate where everything's maxed out and it goes 96 FPS. So super smooth gameplay with NFS Heat. And finally, with the ever popular Grand Theft Auto 5, well, with 2K resolution with all settings cranked up all the way to ultra or very high as this game calls it, you get a very solid 98 to 95 to 98 FPS. No problems, no questions. Everything looks beautiful. All the textures look great. No problems there. So yeah. Once again, GTA is a pretty old title, so that should not come as a surprise, but super good performance.
Alright guys, so it is finally time to wrap up this review and give you my honest thoughts on the 3060. So who exactly is a 3060 for? Well, if you're coming from a 2060, a 2060 Super, a 2070, I would not necessarily tell you to take that leap. I wouldn't tell you to upgrade right now, despite the fact that this has 12 gigs of VRAM. But if you are coming from an older card, if you're coming from a 1070 or a 1060 or any card like that, this is the time to make that leap. between this review, we've had a wonderful conversation with Nvidia and asking them about their idea and motives behind releasing this card. And from what I've understood and through all the testing we've done, this is the card that Nvidia is pushing to people who are looking to make that leap, who wants to go above that 1080p gaming, who wants to probably game at 2K, probably game at 4K, and not break their bank. So this card is aimed at people who want to break out of the full HD mold and who want to do a bit more and also not break their bank. And also, this card is aimed at people who have probably been rocking the 1060s for a long time. This is your time to upgrade. And also, I'm really impressed by how cool this card stays. Despite being at full load, the card stays at 60 degree, and this probably could be because of the card that we used. That it was a 3x ISO card. That means it's got 3 fans, and the cooling system on the card is really well maintained with the 3 fans, making the card stay at 60 degrees even at a heavy load. So that was something awesome with the ISO variant we were given, and the fact that the card draws a lot less power. It just works with one 8-pin connector is pretty good, because a lot of the current 30 series cards comes with like 2 8-pin connectors. So the fact that this card can draw quite less power, and the fact that it can maintain pretty good gaming performance and also stay really cool is something amazing. So that's a definite go for a 3060. But if you are coming from a 2060 or a 2070 or something above that, I would say don't take this leap. I don't think it is worth your investment to take that leap, especially with how expensive this card is going right now. And lastly, Nvidia's claims about how this card is especially made for gamers and is targeted away from the mining market, that is true. As a matter of fact, when you start mining on this card, the card does determine that these algorithms or these mining algorithms are running on this card, and the hash rate drops. The hash rate starts at 30, which is low to begin with, and then drops to 20 and then to 18, making this card low-key unmineable, at least as far as Ethereum is concerned. So this card is not good for mining, which I guess is a plus for gamers. So starting with this card, I hope this is a start for a wave of cards coming out which might help better the current graphic card scenario. And talking about supplies, well, we've talked to our suppliers, and I guess quite a bit of 3060s were released during launch, and quite a few people were able to get hands on them, but how supplies will sustain and how they will be available on through the days are still up for debate. But I am pretty sure in a couple of months all this will clear out, and when everything does clear out, this card is going to be an awesome option for people who want to probably make that jump from their old 10 series cards and go into 2K or 4K, or even some very respectable budget gaming with RTX on. And that's all for this review. If you like what we do here, make sure you follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is Grigs Official. That's GRIGSO for thsi. We are super active on Instagram. We post every day. We answer all your comments, and yeah, we're super active. And you can see all our builds on there. And if you love what we do here, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit the like button. If you did not, hit the dislike button twice, and join us as we build you super freaking computers every freaking time. Grig-IT, baby.